Okay, so hopefully the wind isn't too bad here. This is my Dynabalance 41, and I'm just setting it up. I had it adjusted wrong, or I thought I did, for this tractor. So obviously the mower is much older than the tractor. That's a Kubota MX-5000. And so I'm just going to go over what some of the adjustments are. Now, when it's sitting on the ground, you want the skids, the shoes, on the inboard and the outboard end of the cutter bar to be adjusted so that you have whatever height of cut. They slide along the ground, and you want whatever height of cut you desire, I guess, in your field, and you adjust the shoes for that. That's the inboard and outboard shoe. And there's been lots of videos about that, so I won't bother talking about that. Now, this is a Dynabalance, so it doesn't have a pitman. You want your drive shaft to be approximately parallel to the tractor, and so coming straight out, or as best you can. And so in my case, I have to move it off to the right quite a ways. So I adjust my 3-point hitch to be offset to the right quite a ways. Now, let's see if I can point to things. This spring, which is here, it's adjusted right there. That's to minimize the weight of the unit. So the amount of down pressure I suppose it has. And that would be for the inboard end. On the outboard end, it just sits there. And in order to adjust how low the outboard end can go, you use this chain right here, and that's the adjuster right there. And so you just unhook the chain right here with the cotter pin, and then you twist this until it's the outboard end out here is at the right height for you. What else? This other thing, this thing right here, which is sort of an arm that could be adjusted right in through here. You would disconnect it up here and then twist that in order to adjust this linkage. Now that linkage, in conjunction with that linkage there, that was how deep it goes at the bottom, how deep the outboard end goes. This one is how high the outboard end goes when you have it up. So this linkage here goes down through here, down through there, and if you see this sort of thing right there, that goes underneath the lower link, lift arm, I suppose. Maybe I can get under there and show you. I wonder. Can you see that? So, normally, when your lower lift arms are approximately parallel to the ground, that's the height you want your machine to be set. And if you go beyond that, if you lift up beyond that, then that hook on the bottom of this arm will start pulling down, because the arm tilts up like this. This hook pushes down, and that pulls on this, and that pulls the outboard end of the mower way up in the air, depending on how much you adjust this rod here. Okay. Also, if you can adjust your top link to tilt the mower bar this way or that way, and I think you want it up a little tiny bit like that, so that it doesn't dig into the ground. Alternatively, you can use that eccentric right there, and just turn it, and that adjusts the angle of the cutter bar. And again, you want it tipped up a little bit so it doesn't dig into the ground. Or at least I think that's correct. Okay. Also, maybe I'll just point this out. I have the frame, this part of the frame here, pretty much straight up and down. And if your top link loosens up on you, you should always lock it. But if it loosens up on you, and it tips backwards like this, tips back like that, then what you'll find is that your breakaway, so this is my breakaway right here, this piece down here gets up too close to that piece there, and you can no longer shut it, or, you know, reset it. So make sure that your 3-point hitch, your top link, is adjusted so that this is perpendicular to the ground, and you should have a gap right here so that you can close your or reset your trip. And well, maybe I'll just mention this, that notch plate that's here, that allows this shaft to pivot, that allows the whole frame of the thing to turn this way, and there's a locking bolt right there, and I think there's another hole for it, register hole, so you can get a half a notch if you want to. And I am not positive what that does. If anyone knows, please leave a comment. Yeah. So that's it. Bye for now.